What positive effects has the quarantine had for you? My company, who had a firm no working from home policy, has finally seen how well everyone is doing while working from home, and have talked about loosening restrictions post-virus. I'm finally not exhausted. I've slept better than I have in years. I'm broke AF. But at least I'm sleeping. Lol. Suffering from bipolar 2. The boredom pushed me to clean my room. Do the laundry every week and fold it. It may not sound much, but for a person who hated doing chores, it really changed me. Also, my girlfriend and I have a deeper bond and understanding of each other. It's amazing what boredom can do. I was burnt out at work and with being social all the time. So spending quality time with myself has been great. On top of that, not having time to myself resulted in me not cooking my own meals, and I've gained a bit of weight in the last year. I've been cooking my own healthy meals and going out for long bike rides. No idea if I have lost weight. I get obsessive over the scale. I have been living in sweats and leggings the last few years and decided it was time to put effort in how I look. I've started learning about how fashion works and donated some of my clothes. My room was depression messy and I cleaned it right after my work shut down and have kept it clean since. I feel awful even saying it, but I work in software, so my job and productivity didn't change one iota. It took me about an hour one way to get into the office. And I'd usually buy a lunch instead of make one, though Lord knows I tried. I even subbed to meal prep Sunday without ever actually prepping anything. That counts, doesn't it? Being home. I do cook a lot more though. My son is also not in daycare, which was costing me like $170 a week. No more gas plus no more going out to eat plus no more daycare plus no more random I'm tired and don't feel like cooking, let's just go out equals thousands of dollars appearing into the savings account. Seemingly overnight. I've been going on daily walks in wooded areas, noticing things in nature I'd never paid attention to before. Due to my job and the hours I work, I spend most of my time alone. There are days when the only people I see are the person who worked before me and the one who works after me. But now my roommates work from home and I actually have people to talk to and be around. I feel like it's been good for my mental health. I am one of those people who started to do their balcony. 3 years in a row my balcony was dirty and without any plants. Now I cleaned up and put up some plants and it starts to look really nice. Loving not having the commute. I can wake up 5 minutes before work starts and I'm fine. And at 5 o'clock I'm instantly home. It forced me to change my business from catering big parties to serving carry-out dinners a few at a time. I made a decent living from catering. Sure. But I'm making an absolute killing on these dinners and now I even get to take weekends off. Plus whenever large parties become a thing again, I will have introduced myself and my product to several hundred potential clients with a marketing expenditure of $7. The cost of the sign I put by the side of the road that simply says dinner right arrow. I'm still not convinced it's positive. But I've probably gained about 10 pounds and have not made myself throw up since March 19th. The longest stretch I've gone in about 10 years. My body feels so different and it feels like I have curves in pants that fell off my hips just a few months ago. Terrified yet kinda proud of my new butt. I haven't worked since March 16th. And now I'm a couple weeks away from finishing my first novel. Have had a consistent exercise schedule. It's helped a bit with keeping my mood stable. I've saved some money. I've had time to work on my hobbies. I've spent quality time with my husband. And I have actually gotten closer with a couple of friends and colleagues as we all support each other through this. Trying hard to look at the positives. Because the negative of my anxiety spiraling out of control is unbearable some days. I've had time to learn more about myself. I am in recovery from alcohol abuse, so after years of numbing myself, I've been relearning how different emotions feel and how I react to those emotions in a safe environment. Oh man. So many positives. I bartend in a restaurant, so I've been laid off and collecting unemployment, and it's more money than I make in a week. I paid off my credit card debt. My carpal tunnel has healed. I have been drinking significantly less. Quit smoking. I've been cooking more. Saving money by not going out. I have a regular sleep schedule. I've been reading more. I've lost weight. I don't wear makeup anymore and my skin cleared up. I got a puppy and I've had all the time I need to train him. And so much more. This run-on sentence could go on for hours. I think the best thing is realizing how important it is to make the most of time away from work and to establish a routine that doesn't revolve around a job. I stopped smoking. I stopped drinking every day. Now I drink once a week. Will have to quit after I run out of alcohol. Started exercising. As being out of breath keeps the nicotine pangs away. 4 exams in a little more than 1 month. I've only the thesis left and managed to get to one of my dream universities. I learned how to play dominoes, make mashed potatoes, and cook ribs. All of which I thought would be hard but were actually ridiculously easy. I've stopped wearing makeup and have become super confident in my natural appearance. I'm 30 years old and can only recall going bare-faced a handful of times in the last 15 years. My skin looks seriously amazing. And frankly, the full gamut of war paint made me look older than I realized. I think after quarantine, I'll still wear makeup on certain special occasions. But it won't be on the daily, nor as a compulsive. I can't leave the house without my face cause I look like a troll, necessity. I don't feel compelled to do any social activities or cut my hair. 2 things that I normally feel like I have to do. But with isolation dictating those things, I finally feel free, while bound at home. My wife has breast cancer. Was pretty aggressive. Was diagnosed back in August and finished chemo towards the beginning of the year. She has since undergone a few big surgeries, mastectomy, plastics, lipo, hysterectomy, and recovery since the quarantine started. I'm a school teacher and had I been in school, I would have had to take a big pay cut due to only having 4 sick days a year. Gone on long-term FMLA. Or quit. With the shutdown, I've been able to be there for her. Tell her how beautiful she is every day. Cook, clean. Make sure kids are fed, active, engaged in activities, keep myself sane et al. The quarantine could not have come at a better time and for all the hurt and death it is causing. Our highly immunosuppressed family has been able to hold everything together through this. Thank you for your question. I've really enjoyed reading all of these. I still have to go to work, as I am in healthcare. But the traffic and parking spots have never been better. The housing, mostly Flipper and Airbnb, market has slowed down enough that I might finally be able to buy a house. Even with the slow, it's still a tight squeeze. I've been waiting 6 years. Happier. I love being stuck at home. Making my 16-year self proud. I have always been a heavy gamer. When I was 16. Had time but no money. Then started working and having money to buy a decent PC. But no time. Quarantine allowed me to play all the games I hadn't in the last years. Smiley face. Also went back to learning German. Been mostly good for me so far. My mum doesn't have to wake up at 5 a.m. and come home at 5 p.m. anymore. Her face doesn't look like she wants to give up on life anymore. I had always been overweight. Lacking self-esteem. Hating my body and myself. Quarantine gave me enough time for a transformation and I started at 78 kilograms and I'm now 67 kilograms already. I'm proud of myself. And I want to lose even more. Edit. A lot of people asked so. Here's a basic idea of what I did. 1. Have an approximate idea of the calories I eat. And working out to burn them. I usually ate 1,200 calories per day and burnt about 600 to 800 excluding the calories burnt while you do nothing. 2. Tried intermittent fasting. I didn't eat after 8 p.m. and ate again the next day after 12 p.m. 3. Try to eat very less fat. Lesser carbs and more protein. You can search for protein-rich foods. 4. Drink lots of water and stay hydrated. I drank around 2 to 3 L per day. 5. Work out on cheat days and eat healthy on rest days. Also to everyone else who's working for the same. I wish you all the best. You all can do it. Stay determined. Work for that body you want. Edit 2. Thank you for the awards. A lot of you may suggest it's an unhealthy rate. And I'm starving myself. I would like to make clear that I eat when I'm hungry. And I exercise until I have just enough energy to get through the day. Yes. To some of you all it may be unhealthy. But it's truly the first ever thing that's worked out for me. It's different for all of us. I've tried to lose weight a couple times but to no avail. This is an exception. Thank you for your concern. Smiley face. I ended up quarantining with my boyfriend at his apartment after possibly being exposed so I wouldn't put my high-risk parents in danger. We decided to move in together for real. Have both been working from home and saving up money. And are looking at the possibility of buying a house. I'm not sure we would have been able to take these steps in our relationship without quarantine. Also, the new hours I've been working have given me the time to see a doctor about a long-standing condition that I'm finally receiving treatment for and going to be going through surgery soon to hopefully fix it. Again, I don't think I would have taken this step if quarantine hadn't made it possible.